God is my guy. I'm rolling with my ninja Jesus Christ. Satan can suck on my cock tonight. Some yellow nigga just burned my rice. Let's go, Jesus! God is my guy. I'm rolling with my ninja Jesus Christ. Satan can suck on my cock tonight. Some yellow nigga just burned my rice. Let's go, Jesus!
So there's this show all the way back from 2000 that I wanted to talk about. It was on NBC for about 3 episodes, even though they had 13 episodes made, and there's 2 different reasons as to why it never went anywhere. One was because of low ratings, and the other was because of religious protest. The show was God, the Devil, and Bob. The show's premise was that God and Lucifer made a deal that if one person can change humanity and show that it's worth saving, then God won't destroy the world. The person that is chosen for this task is Bob, a middle-class father and husband in the middle of Detroit.
Now you show me that the world's worth saving, and I'll spare it.
Wow. That sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, if this was real, I'd have to go through my closet to bust out the end is near signs we were holding back in 2012.
No offense, Michigan.
And that's basically the rest of the show. God has to do various different tasks from episode to episode to prove that humanity is worth saving, all the while the devil tries to interfere and slip him up, and God shows him guidance along the way. I don't know if you remember this, but I did a review of the Clerks animated series for MediaWiz's show. And while this did last a little longer than that, it's still one of those shows that has a surprisingly large cult following of fans, and yet it lasted so short. Again, the 2 key reasons the show went down was because of A, low ratings, which will kill anything on television, and B, was because of pressure from religious activists. Could the show be interpreted as offensive to religious people? I could see why. Part of me feels like it was because it was on a major network like NBC, which has a very large amount of people that watch it. So I feel like there was a lot more people that were kind of exposed to it, despite the low ratings. Do I personally think the show's bad? Well, it's not great. I don't personally love it, per se, but I've seen more offensive shows to religious groups. I mean, it really makes you wonder if something like South Park, which can make fun of Christianity as well as many other religions, how is it that a show like this, which is very tame in comparison, it didn't last that well? And that raises another question. Is this show bad? Not really. I just really wouldn't say it's my thing. The first episode establishes what the show is about. You have God and the devil making their deal, and they're trying to convince Bob. I feel like a lot of the humor that was supposed to be in the show was supposed to be in the dialogue.
How are things in hell?
How are things in hell? It's a festering pit of agony and despair. Oh, I put in a koi pond.
Look, I think you made a mistake choosing me to save the world. I'm not the man for the job. I drink, I swear, I download porn off the internet.
And if he fails, you'll destroy the whole thing?
Yes.
You can't tease me like with the flood.
When are you going to let that go? Don't worry about Andy. A long time ago, Lucifer and I made a deal. I get them till they're 12, he gets them till they're 20.
Homework sucks. I need a beer.
No, not until you're 16. I see what you mean.
Also, one thing I can appreciate is the little lesson that they have.
I want to be like all my friends.
Yeah, well, I guess we all do. So, you want to go home?
Not yet. I want to ride the froggy.
Congratulations.
What?
You did it.
I saved the world? That's what you want? You want us to try with our families?
And as a Christian, I think it's a very admirable thing for this show to try. It tries to be funny, it tries to tell lessons, and it's not really in your face. Again, the show's not perfect. I can see why people consider the characters unlikable and stuff like that. And I didn't really think it was all that funny in a lot of scenes. A lot of the dialogue is where a lot of the jokes come in, and those can be hit or miss sometimes. Is this show underrated? Yeah, I think so, in a way. I mean, it lasted so short, and I feel like it didn't really get a fair chance to stand on its own. So, I would say it's underrated. Is it great? Absolutely not. But again, I have seen far, far worse.